In this video, I'm going to explain to you what is a chord progression. My name is Marine and welcome to Online Rock Lessons. So before we start, make sure you subscribe to this channel to make sure you never miss a new video. Alright, so basically a chord progression is a group of chords that sounds good together. So when we talk about the chords in the progression, we're going to use numbers called degrees to define them. So let's just take the C major scale to start. The C major scale doesn't have any black key, just a white key, so just keep it very simple. So now if I just add a number to each note of the scale, we would have the first one, which is C, so the first degree, the second one, the second degree, third degree, fourth, 5, 6, 7, and we go back to 1. So we have 7 degree in the major scale. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add a chord on each of these notes. And the notes of the chords are going to be basically the C major scale's notes. Now, if I start from the C here and I create a chord, I get to have the C major chord for the C major scale. This is the first degree. If I take this and I do the same thing, but just on the second degree here, we get the second degree chord right here. And it would be a D minor chord, like this. Same thing here on E. It would be E minor. This is the third degree. The fourth degree, it's F major. Fifth degree is G major. The sixth degree is A minor. And the seventh degree is B minor flat 5 here. And we go back to 1. So we get to have 7 chords, all created with the C major scale notes. And this is basically where we're going to get our chords. So now that we have 7 chords, obviously we're not going to use them in that order. So let's go back to the chord progression. You probably already heard the 1, 4, 5 or the 1, 5, 6, 4. Well, these are exactly the degrees we've just talked about. So let's take the 1, 4, 5 for example. If I take the first chord, it's C. The fourth chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's F major, because we're in C major. The 5, well, it's G major, and we go back to 1. And this is a chord progression. We get C, F, G, and C. And this is one of the most popular chord progression. In the blues music, we can hear it so many times. Like all the rock and the pop music have this chord progression. Now, another one we can have is the 1, 5, 6, 4. This is one of the most popular chord progression you can have. Like, I made a video about this. I'm going to put it in the card just above here so you can watch it because this is everywhere. You have Let It Be. You have so many songs that use a chord progression. And the 1 would be C. The 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be G. The 6th is A minor because in C major, A is minor. And F, because it's the 4th. So 1, 5, 6, 4, and there you go. This is a chord progression. And the idea behind it is that you need to transpose this chord progression in other key. So let's take G major, for example. So we're in the key of G. We have an F sharp right here. Let's try to find the 1, 4, 5 chord progression in G major. So 1 would be G, yes. The 4 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, C major, right. And the 5 chord would be D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have the F sharp because we're in G major. And we go back to G. So the 1, 4, 5 in G major is G, C, D, and G. In C major, it was C, F, G, and C. So you can see this is how we transpose a chord progression between two scales. Let's do the 1, 5, 6, 4 in G major. So 1, 5, 6 is E minor, and 4, C major. And there you go. 1, 5, 6, 4. Alright, so I hope this helps you understand how chord progression works. And the best exercise you could do is just to pick a chord progression and transpose it in other key. Like you have a bunch of chord progression in C major, just try to find them in new keys, new scales, and you'll see you're gonna start hearing all the songs that plays on the radio. So I hope you enjoyed this video, have fun and have a good practice.